Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Now today I'd like to continue with the Type 2 EINMANNPACKUng and take a look at its lunch and dinner components. So let's get these on a tray and see what they look and taste like. Welcome back to part 2 of this German EINMANNPACKUng Type 2 24-hour ration. Now here I have on the tray, save a little bit of time, what I would consider the lunch component from that ration. And for lunch I thought I would try some of the rye bread and the butter, bit of bread and butter. There is the grapefruit drink. I have a coffee, whitener and sugar. For the mains I've chosen the meat sticks with rice and vegetables. There is a beef and ham pate, a tuna fish in salad cream. Now I'm not sure if that's salad cream or mayonnaise. In the UK they are slightly different. We have an energy bar which is apple and cinnamon, a chocolate bar and some of the crackers on standby just in case. Now there is so much in this ration. This is a huge lunch and I'm sure all of it was not meant to be eaten in one sitting, but just to keep the videos at least at a reasonable length I've actually loaded this lunch portion. Now I think we shall start where I normally like to start and take a look at the drinks. Now this is a coffee and it's a coffee extract. It does say that it's for 2 cups or 300 millilitres. So I'm going to put it all and have a full cup. It does say it's an extract rather than an actual freeze-dried or instant coffee. I'm not quite sure whether that is anything different, but it just looks like a very finely ground instant coffee. We have it how I like it. We'll have the other one of the whiteners. There was only 2 whiteners with this huge pack. That's not open very well, so I shall bring in my trusty little folding knife from part 1 to help there again. And again, it's a very large pack of sugar, so I shall only use approximately half. And just put that to one side. Now I need to bring in some hot water, but before I do that, so let's go back to my German Army knife, fork, spoon set as issued to the German Army. So as seen in part 1, a very nice impressive set. I won't need the bottle opener or can opener, but the nice fork spoons will come in very handy. And I'm just going to use the knife because it is the smallest of those to give this a bit of a stir. And I think, no hesitation, a full cup to the top this time. It does look pretty strong. Let's give that knife a little wipe. A very dark, strong looking coffee there. I've also got the grapefruit drink. Now the lunch orange was actually the best orange I'd ever tasted. It did actually taste like pure orange juice, but when I read the instructions there was no mention of any orange in there. So how it got that taste I don't know, but other manufacturers need to take note. Now this is the grapefruit, and again I'll just use the knife and some cold water this time. Like before, 500 millilitres. So I'll fill this glass right to the very top because it is a little bit short of that. It dissolves very nicely. I'll just leave that to do its thing. To keep the mains a little bit warm, which I've preheated, I think I'll move along to take a look at the rye bread. So it's got a nice cap there that you can use to reseal the tin, which is a nice touch. And I've seen these previously. There is 2, 4, 6 little slices. I shall just get one out for now and use the lid to save the rest. So there's nice 6 rounds of rye bread there. Put that to one side. Crack open the corner of the butter, ready for use. Just put it there, ready for use. So much food, so much food. I'm going to take a look at the tuna fish in salad cream. Now, as I say, in the UK we have salad cream and mayonnaise. They are different things. Both go great on salads. I'm just wondering if in Germany mayonnaise is what they call salad cream. It looks very much like the tuna. In salad cream you're getting the British ORPs. So I'll just use the spoon to scoop all that out there. Very nice. Nice pack of tuna there. Just move that around a little bit. And again, just rinse my spoon. Still going. We'll take a look at this pate. Now this is the beef and the ham. I think there is a turkey or chicken one as well, a poultry one. So standard sort of looking pate. Wow. So much stuff, so much stuff. There is a chocolate bar. As I say, I'm sure a lot of these are meant to be snacks in between the meals. There was far too much for a meal in itself. There was a little strip of chocolate and an apple and cinnamon energy bar. I'll bring my knife back in for that one. A very familiar looking ORFO, again British ORP, have very similar. And finally the mains. Now this is cooled down a little bit, but it is meat sticks with rice and vegetables. So I'm assuming the meat sticks would be a type of sausage. And I'll just bring in the fork to give that a little bit of a mix around. Now I can see the meat sticks underneath the rice there. I think it'd be best actually if we pour this out so you can get a better look. It does smell very good. There is 4 meat sticks. They look like sausages without any sort of skin, and a very hearty portion. So much food. Where do we start? I think we'll start with the drinks. Take a look at this very dark, strong looking coffee. Very deep, very dark, very strong. Obviously, for the strong coffee lovers out there, it did say 300 ml of water for 2 cups. I think this is more, nearly 400, and it's still extremely strong. But a very dark, deep, strong, instant style coffee. Very good quality. Personally for me, a little bit too strong, but I know a lot of coffee lovers actually love it like that. Now I'm anticipating this grapefruit drink after the success of the orange. Again, not quite as convincing as the orange as being pure, but there is a thickness to that juice, again like a squeezed juice. There is a smell as you put it to your nose of pure grapefruit. Taste is slightly artificial this time, not as good as the orange, but still an extremely good natural tasting grapefruit flavoured drink there. Yeah. So much food, really don't know where to start. Huge plate of rice and vegetables. I think we'll start here. Have a look at the mains. I can see carrots, green beans, peas, rice and a tomato style sauce. Looking at that, have a taste. very enjoyable. It is a slight tomato background flavour, but it's not overpowering. It's not like a pasta sauce or anything resembling that. You can taste the vegetables. The rice is just cooked. The peas are just cooked. It has a very pleasant flavour. Does not need any more salt or pepper, in my opinion. Very pleasing. Some texture left. Very easy going. Nice meal. Nice rice dish. Use the knife to try a couple of these meat sticks. They are literally, it looks like ground mince. I don't know if you can see that. It has the texture of ground mince formed into a stick. No skin on there like a sausage would have. Have a taste of those. Very much like a ground mince, ground beef meatball texture. Very nice quality. Not overly processed. It does actually seem like there is ground beef in these. Not like the heavily processed tinned meatballs you often see. Again, very enjoyable, very tasty beef meatball flavour, stark texture. Very enjoyable. I'm certainly going to thoroughly eat all of this after the review. Very nice meat sticks, very nice rice dish. Now I'm just going to rinse my knife. I will take one of these little crackers from part 1 just so we can try a little bit of the tuna. So we'll eat off the knife. Not considered manners here in the UK, but you'll have to excuse me on this occasion. It is tuna in mayonnaise. Obviously the reference to salad cream is mayonnaise in Germany. Like I say, in the UK a salad cream is a totally different thing. It's more vinegary, it tends to be more yellow, a different flavour, but again, nice, fresh tuna in mayonnaise. Sort of things reminiscent in many rations. Very same idea as the British ORP, made by the same company. The cracker again, for me, like part 1, is extremely disappointing. It's just flour, water, and it doesn't even seem very well cooked. The flavour of the flour is still there. Disappointing. I suppose I should check the rye bread. Now I have had rye bread previously. I'm not a favourite of rye. I think you need to be brought up in a country where it's a sort of standard. In the UK we don't really have rye bread. Very strong. It does have that rye flavour. Anyone eats rye bread will know what I mean by that. Looks like a coaster which you stand a cup on, a mug on, made out of cork. But it's that typical rye bread flavour. Crumbly, flaky, a good background booster. Try a little bit of this peppered butter on the rye bread there. You can see little flecks of pepper in there. It's like a spread. Not very yellow, not very butter coloured, very cream in colour. Slightly cheesy flavour, I think, in the background. Personally, I'm not a fan of that. It's a dairy product, slight cheese in the background, but not very strong. It's a spread. For me, it's not reminiscent of a decent butter. It's a moist spread with pepper. Those biscuits for me are just the worst biscuits I've had in any ration in terms of flavour. Let's try a little bit of the bread. A little bit of the mains on there. Oh, if I can get some on to stick. Let's try a little bit. Crumbed them. For me, excuse me, sticking my mouth full. Still not my thing, the rye bread. But that's a personal taste thing. We all have those. Many people who enjoy rye bread will enjoy that. I'm sure it's a quality, nice addition. I'm going to have a look at the pate now. Still got a little bit of food on my knife, but I don't think that would affect. Quite firm. Not what I was expecting. It's set and it's almost like a luncheon meat, almost like a spam. Have a taste of that. Very much so. Very much more like a luncheon meat or spam. Slightly salted, slightly peppered. It's a spam luncheon meat type meat. Try and get him a bit of cracker. I keep trying to find something that goes with these crackers. No. Good quality luncheon meat. Not as salty as a spam. A good quality prepared meat. Very nice on its own. Just try it as an addition to another meat in this dish here. A little bit with the rice. Also goes extremely well as an addition to the main dish, although there's so much food in that main dish it doesn't require anymore. Another taste of this grapefruit. Very nice. Again, as near to a natural grapefruit as you're going to get artificially. So close. Not as good as the orange, but still very close to a natural tasting drink there. We'll take a look at this chocolate. I do think this video is going to run on a little bit. There is so much food in this EINMANNPACKUNG. Each meal is going to take a little bit longer than normal. Dark looking chocolate, snaps nicely. No snap lines, just 3 little ridges. Firm, crisp, dark chocolate flavour. Not sure of the percentage of cocoa, but it feels personally like a 60% on other chocolates I've eaten. Feels like a 60% cocoa, which is the right combination of bitterness and sweetness. Very nice, very enjoyable. Dark chocolate bar there, and the apple and cinnamon. Nice cinnamon flavour comes through, not overpowering, in the background, crispy, crunchy, sweet, very tasty. Energy bar. Now, I think I've tasted everything. An extremely large meal, a lot of components, so I'll try and briefly recap. Coffee, dark, deep, rich, very strong. Personally for me, too strong for 1 cup. Did say 2 cups or 300 ml, so I think it's like an espresso it's referring to, but a very decent coffee, just extremely strong. Grapefruit juice, like the orange, not as good as the orange, but that said, that's not a negative, just the orange was so exceptionally good. Very close again, excuse me, very close again to a natural tasting grapefruit juice without it actually being fresh squeezed. This is as near as you're going to get with an artificial flavoured juice. It even has the thickness and texture of a fresh juice. The pork and ham, thought it was going to be a pate, actually more like a luncheon meat or a spam. I would say more of an English luncheon meat because the spam is far more salty, so it's that less salty, but the same sort of texture and flavour. Very nice, good quality. Not sure what to make about the spread. It has a slight background flavour of cheese. There is obviously black pepper in there. There is a dairy element to it. For me, an unusual flavour. I can't say I actually enjoyed that. I don't think I'd be putting it on anything else, but I like the idea of having a spread to go onto a bread. So it's a nice touch, even though personally not my favourite. The rye bread, again, not my personal favourite thing, but for what it is, I can tell if you are a rye bread eater, this would be enjoyable, tasty. You've got that dark rye flavouring in there. Certainly nothing wrong with it, but again, it's just a personal thing, but it's still a very decent component. The main huge portions, 4 meat sticks. The meat sticks have the texture and flavour of a fresh meatball. It actually feels like there is ground minced meat in there, formed into little sticks and cooked. Very nice, very tasty. It's got the right amount of salt and pepper. A very nice meatball flavoured stick. Rice and vegetables, extremely tasty. The rice and the vegetables are cooked to al dente, just done. There is still texture, there is lots of taste, flavour, nice mix of vegetables, very nice accompanying background to the meat. Wow, so much, so much. Tuna fish in mayonnaise. It says salad cream, but it is tuna in mayonnaise. Slight hint of lemon in the background and salt and pepper. Very enjoyable, very light, very refreshing. Typical sort of bagged or tinned tuna that you can buy pretty much everywhere around the world, I think. The chocolate, good quality. As an estimate, doesn't say, I would guess it's around 60% cocoa, which makes it a nice mix of sweet and bitter, the nice combination. It's brittle, it's not bloomed, it's held up well to the age. A nice, decent quality chocolate, and there is 2 bars in the pack. The apple and cinnamon energy bar, seen these before. Very nice flavour, very sweet, a nice cinnamon background flavour, but not overpowering, but a very pleasing cinnamon. And as I said, all the way through in part 1 and in part 2, the biggest letdown, absolutely, these crackers. For me, they are awful. They are flour, water, poorly baked. They still taste of flour, water, and up to now I've not found anything that they do justice with. They will give you significantly more calories, but that said, for my opinion, so would a piece of cardboard. That's the impression you get when you're eating those crackers. So, a very large lunch. The video did run on a little bit longer for part 1, so please join me for part 2, the dinner of this ration, coming after this. So, see you in a moment. So, welcome back to this dinner or final meal of the 24-hour German EINMANNPACKUNG Type 2. And for the final meal, I thought I'd take a look at the chicken or turkey pate. We have a cappuccino and some sugar. The last of the mains is mince and pasta, minced beef and pasta. We have a little bag of cookies, some banana chips, and a look at the gum. I also have on standby another little piece of the rye bread, if need be, to go with the pate. So let's start where I always like to start, and that is with the cappuccino or the drink. So let's bring in the knife seen in the last 2 previous parts. Oops. That's gone everywhere. So we'll pour that into the mug there. Let's see if I can blow that off. It's gone over the top of everything. So, a simple cappuccino. looking condiment there, compliment. Let's use the knife again, because the spoon is a bit big in these German pack knife and fork, and give it roughly about half a cup. Now, to save a little bit of time, I'm not using any of the other juice drinks, so I'm just going to purely have the coffee as the main drink. Just a little bit of the old cappuccino froth there. Very nice. It's already lightly sweetened, so I don't actually need the little bit of sugar there. So let's put that again to one side. So, working his way around, let's have a look at this pate. This is a chicken or turkey, a poultry pate this time. We have a little pack of cookies, and I believe these ones are vanilla flavour. So again, let's just bring in this knife. Very tough foil packaging. You need a very sharp knife to go through the seams. There they are, little tiny cookies there. And just empty a few of those. I think that will do for taste. There's a large bag, there's a lot left, but they will do just for demonstration. We'll have a look at the gum. Again, a nice little resealable pack of gum. Looks like there was a whole pack, about 12 sticks there, 12 little briquettes, but again, we should just empty one or two just to get a look at them. And put the rest of the pack to one side. We also have some banana chips, or dried banana. Again, feels like a large pack, so we'll just open it on the corner there. And it looks like it's just a packet of bananas there. So again, we don't need them all, so we'll just get one or two out, and there's still a lot more left there. I think some of these would have gone nice in the muesli from breakfast. And finally, the last mains, pasta with minced beef. It has been pre-warmed, I've pre-boiled it again, save a little bit of time. Very much looking like what I was expecting there. So let's give that a little bit of a move around. And this time I'll keep it in its own tray. We can see what we have there. So again, where do we start? Let's start with the cappuccino. Now, it's a typical looking cappuccino, nice frothy milk top, and a good quality coffee underneath. Slightly sweetened. Some people might like a little bit of sugar, but for me that's just sweetened enough. A very nice, comforting cappuccino, which we all know and enjoy. Very nice drink there. Don't know where to go now. I think we'll just have another look at this pate, see if it is a pate this time. And again, it's very much like a luncheon meat as opposed to a pate. It's quite set. A little bit of jelly on there. So again, just because I've got some on the knife, I'll just take a little piece from the knife. Again, not a pate, more of a luncheon meat. Different flavour, certainly can taste this one is poultry, either chicken or turkey. Slightly saltier than the one we had for lunch, but again a very nice, decent luncheon meat, spam style meat, but this time made with chicken and poultry instead of beef and ham, pork and ham. Very nice. Let's have a little taste of this cappuccino one more time. It's a very nice cappuccino. Now we'll take a look at this pasta and minced beef. I can see 1 or 2 carrots in there, and there's a carrot. There's a few little tomatoes in there, obviously minced beef and spiral pasta. That's very mildly flavoured. It is just like a minced beef, a little bit of basil in there, definitely a bit of red pepper. Very nice, very flavoursome. Personally, I think that would benefit from a little bit of hot sauce or a little bit of chili powder, but still very enjoyable. Just making a mess there again. Very enjoyable, simple pasta. The pasta is slightly overcooked, a little bit on the soft side, but it's certainly not soggy in any way. I'm certainly making a complete mess with this one. So, refresh my palette one more time. I'll take a little look at some of the banana chips. Now, typical dried banana, sort of thing you find in most tropical fruit and nut mixes. Very nice, crisp, fresh, good taste of banana in the background. Very nice, simple dried fruit mix, good quality. Would have gone exceptionally well with the fruit, dried fruit in the breakfast. And finally, look at some of these cookies. They are tiny little cookies. They do have a vanilla flavour, crisp, sweet, crunchy. Very much a cookie, very much like a chocolate chip cookie. Obviously minus the chocolate chips, but a good, sweet, crispy, sugary snack. Very enjoyable. I'm not going to take a look at the rye bread again at this stage. We saw that in the earlier meal, and it doesn't really particularly need any for this menu. So, quick recap. Cappuccino, good, standard, frothy cappuccino, the sort of instant cappuccinos that everyone is familiar with, and very nice quality. Another luncheon meat style pate, but this particular one is chicken and turkey. Very good quality, slightly saltier than the previous one, but a very typical spam luncheon meat style meat. The pasta and the spirals, for me, a little bit of hot sauce or a little bit of chili flakes or something along those lines, a little bit of Tabasco would have helped prep this up. But that said, it's still a very enjoyable. There is again meat in there. You feel like you're not eating overly processed meat. It is ground beef, minced beef in a light tomato sauce with red peppers, slightly overcooked spiral spaghetti, but in no way does that ruin the dish. A very nice, simple, plain pasta dish. The cookies, very simple little chocolate chip style cookie biscuits. No chocolate chip, but there is a slight vanilla flavour. Very nice, very crunchy. And the same with the banana flakes. Just simple dried banana flakes, good quality, nice flavour of banana. So, very, very enjoyable ration. One of the best 24-hour rations out there, I believe. For saving time, we still do have another bar of chocolate, another energy bar, another jam. There is lots of those crackers, another coffee extract, 2 more juices. So as you can see, there are plenty more leftovers still from this box. So I'm going to leave it here. Thanks for watching this very extensive German EINMANNPACKUng Type 2. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification button for future videos coming very soon. So thank you and goodbye.